So sometimes when you have like strong awakenings, there is no impulse and you get people just like sitting for ages. And then there needs to come a balance in the end where it's like there is this freedom, but there also is like a character that's there as well. It's taken me years to kind of begin to balance them. Like in the beginning, for me, there was such a big awakening and so empty, and I could just sit and stare for ages and do nothing. And that's, you know, that's it, impossible. Like unless you go and live in a cave in the middle of nowhere, that's really impossible to do. And so there's to become a balance, because you need a character in order to have impulses and to interact in this society. If you have no impulses, then you would just end up becoming everybody else's slave or something. Like you would be following just external impulses, which I did for a while. Like I had to find that balance. And so in the beginning, because there's so much teaching which says that there is nobody, and then when you have these big awakenings, there is still a character, and what eventually needs to happen is you need to focus on the subtlety of that character and become more human again. It's like you go to one extreme, and it's not easy to navigate all of this, because there isn't like teachings are so different dependent on the teacher. And so like if you listen to a teacher where you're saying there is nobody, you can be so focused on the expansiveness of who you are that you just become this expansiveness of who you are, which is possible, but you can't function in everyday life. And so in a way, it's almost like I had to have a character come back in order to function. And I found that strange in the beginning. I didn't know, like there were thoughts like, was that re-identifying, or was that going too much back into the person? But I didn't have any barometer or anybody to talk about that with. And there has to be a gentle merging, otherwise you cannot function if you just are in boundlessness. So there has to be some form of character. But what I feel happens is the character comes back like a ghost, like so it comes back with more than likely its own old desires and wants, but they're slightly changed, and characteristics. And I feel like, so after over the last 10 years, what's happened then is this ghost-like character came back, or maybe it was always there, but it was just very, very small, but it came back so I could feel it. And then since then, there's been a balancing out of that character, like in it becoming like more conscious of itself, and I feel like more balanced. Maybe to regular society, it would be like more crazy or more naughty.